The Stone Age through the Neolithic Period. During the first time, 10,000 years ago, man used heat energy to the earth elements known as metals. That discovery changed history, bringing in man's extended apprenticeship to fire, furnace, and forge. In our own remarkable time, man has landed on the moon, where he has conformed to that ancient rule, reflects, although early Australians lived on a continent rich minerals, they made little practical use of these ores in their metallic form. Instead, relying on what was readily accessible metal, discovery appears to be linked to societal changes that occurred 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. Neolithic civilization has survived to the present day in several parts of the world. Archaeologists unearthed 12 levels of construction going back to 6,500 BC, around 5,500 BC. This enormous mound in Anatolia is now suspected to hide the world's oldest village, which was inhabited 8,500 years ago. The findings reveal a highly involved civilization, one of this unique and Neolithic world, and appears to be familiar with metals for the first time. This is only the beginning of the archaeological coppers or findings. Neolithic people and developed a significant interest in certain early rarities by the 6th millennium BC. Smelting copper is a challenging task, and it's hard to believe that early man set out to do it purpose. It was more than likely an accident in which sustainable metallic ores were carelessly exposed to the two required conditions of extreme heat and the absence of the oxygen in reducing atmosphere. The campfire is an obvious possibility, but look elsewhere. The conditions for smelting copper or iron exist in a pottery kiln, which was one of the first technologies to develop in Neolithic civilization. A natural drop and heat-retaining walls occur from the combustion gases, intermittent decreasing environment above the coals. The concept that metal smelting was an unexpected discovery in pottery kilns is based on the fact that potters were painting colored patterns on their pots with metallic ores around the same time as smelted metals first appeared in the archaeological record. During the long hours of fire, the metallic components progressively take on their final colors before being subjected to the extreme heat of the kiln's inner workings. The oldest overwhelming proof of smelting discovered anywhere on the planet was uncovered in the Perth Sinai desert of southern Israel in 1960. An archaeologist was studying the dry wadis of the Tima Valley near the Gulf of Aqaba when he came across the ruins of an ancient settlement. Archaeologists believe they have found the world's first location where man set out to process copper from live rock on purpose. By the 4th millennium BC, man had evolved from harvesting native metals to smelting them. The National Museum in Jerusalem has a collection of unusual metal artifacts wrapped in fabric. It has almost 200 copper items created with a great expertise. Ancient Egyptian smelting furnace in the Sinai desert near Tima contain the most precise documentation of the world's earliest metal mining. Miners from the biblical Median tribes were engaged by the Egyptians, and their footprints were left on the shops and drives of their ancient labors. The furnace is composed of similar local clay to that found here, although it is surrounded by stones and sand. The temperature within the furnace was held close to 1,100 degrees for hours on end using its techniques. The Rickmeyer tomb, which is still bright and clear after 3,500 years, is one of the earliest records of the metal casting we have. A pair of massive temple doors is intricately cast in one scene. The age of bronze have arrived in the most of the Middle East by 2000 BC, including Cyprus. Southeast Asia was previously considered a technical backwater, but new findings have cast doubt on this assumption. Copper and tin are abundant in the area, but no trace of their use has been discovered. Nearly a freshly dug cutting in the Banqiang, an American student working on a road construction project spotted 3 strange spots. Archaeologists unearthed discoveries that threw Southeast Asia prehistory into disarray. The 18 tons of artifacts discovered are being researched in the institution all over the world around 2000 BC. A cast bronze spearhead was found in the lowest levels of the Ban. Qiang site. Banqiang bronze was identified by archaeologists in China and through to date from 4th or 3rd. Millennium BC, the old city was reburied in loss and the land was reclaimed for cultivation by archaeologists.